Commander Thrace watched the tactical display with hollow eyes. 16 red icons, enemy dreadnoughts, advancing on the last defensive line. Behind them, the colony world of New Haven held 3 million souls who had nowhere left to run. The fleet was broken. Half the ships were destroyed, the other half crippled and limping. The pride of the Galactic Defense Force, reduced to scrap metal and desperate prayers. "Sir, one of the farming transports is requesting docking clearance," the communications officer reported. "Says he can help with repairs." Thrace almost laughed. They were 15 minutes from annihilation, and some farmer wanted to help. "Tell him we appreciate the offer, but he's already docked, sir." Base 7. Of course he had. The man who walked onto the bridge wore coveralls patched with a dozen different materials and carried a toolbox that looked older than the ship itself. He was broad-shouldered, sun-weathered, with hands that spoke of decades of hard labor. His name tag read, "Henson." "You the commander?" he asked, his accent thick with rural Earth dialect. "I am. Mr. Henson, I appreciate your courage, but we're beyond." "Your main reactor's running at 40% capacity," Henson interrupted, squinting at the engine readouts. "Coolant leak in the port manifold, and somebody tried to reroute power through a secondary grid that wasn't designed for combat loads." Thrace blinked. "How could you possibly?" "Son, I've been keeping 50-year-old farming equipment running through droughts, floods, and locust swarms for 30 years. Your fancy warship isn't that different from my combine harvester, just bigger and louder." He pulled a wrench from his belt. "Where's your engine room?" 20 minutes later, Henson was elbow-deep in the flagship's reactor core, doing things that made the chief engineer's eye twitch. "That's not regulation," the engineer protested. "Regulation won't matter if we're all dead," Henson replied, tightening a coupling with practiced efficiency. "This compensator here, you're using it wrong. It's designed for steady-state operation, not combat fluctuations. Need to bypass it entirely and run direct from the primary feed. That could cause a cascade failure. So could sitting here arguing while those dreadnoughts close in." Henson's hands never stopped moving. "Trust me, I've jury-rigged worse under worse conditions." On the bridge, Thrace watched the power levels climb. 40%, 50, 60. "How was he doing this?" someone whispered. The answer came over the comm, "Commander, Farmer Boy here. Your reactor's purring like a kitten now. Should have 75% power in 5 minutes. Also, your shield generators are polarized backward. They're fighting each other instead of reinforcing. Give me another 10 minutes, and I'll have that sorted too." Backward. The tactical officer pulled up the schematics. "He's right. Oh my God, he's right. The installation crew must have swapped the polarity during the last refit." Henson moved through the ship like a force of nature, fixing problems the crew hadn't even known existed. He rerouted power conduits using spare parts from the mess hall. He stabilized the weapons array with a solution involving duct tape and a hydraulic clamp. He got the port-side engines back online using techniques that would make engineers weep and regulations burst into flames. 15 enemy ships closing, Tactical reported. "Wait, our shields are at 90%. Weapons fully charged." "How?" "All ships." This is Commander Thrace. He watched the display light up with renewed green icons as other vessels reported similar miracles. Henson had sent instructions to every damaged ship in the fleet. "Battle stations. We're not done yet." The engagement lasted 47 minutes. The human fleet, written off as destroyed, fought with restored systems and renewed fury. When the enemy retreated, 12 dreadnoughts were debris fields. Henson returned to the bridge, wiping grease from his hands. "Well, that should hold until you get proper repairs. Though if I were you, I'd fire whoever installed those shield generators." Thrace stood and saluted. "You saved 3 million people today." The farmer shrugged. "Needed doing. Same as fixing a tractor before harvest." He headed for the door, then paused. "Oh, and Commander, your coffee maker's broken. I fixed that too." "You're welcome." As he left, the bridge crew stood in stunned silence. "Who was that?" someone finally asked. Frey smiled. Just a farmer with a wrench.